Well, sources say that he could have run for president to save the country, but the Iraq war veteran and the U.S. Representative, Congressman Adam Kinzinger, turned down all calls for an independent bid for the White House.
And Congressman Kinzinger joining us now live in the studio. You have a military mission as well, but let me ask you this. Will you vote for Donald Trump, the presumptive Republican nominee?
It's a tough one. I'm not there yet. You know, look, there's a lot of good people that support him, a lot of people that support me that support him. I understand it. He's legitimately the Republican nominee. But I've always said I'm an American before I'm a Republican. And when you see, you know, for instance, the press conference of yesterday, press plays an important role in this process. When you look at, you know, the fact that basically Vladimir Putin ran the KGB playbook on him, of flattering him to get flattered back, there's a lot of things that are very concerning, plus the overall tone. So I want to get there because, of course, I'm a Republican and I want to support the Republican nominee. But I need to see somebody that's acts worthy of the job of Ronald Reagan and Abraham Lincoln.
So far, he's not in your eyes.
Not there yet. Not there yet.
Were you part of a big draft for a third candidate to perhaps blunt both Trump and Clinton?
No, I wasn't part of trying to recruit anything. You know, look, it's a two-party system in this country. A third-party candidate, you know, usually cannot win, hasn't won, and so no. But look, I can see now that, you know, my job is going to be to try to maintain the Republican Party looking like the Republican Party. To be a party that welcomes people into the party, a party that, you know, talks about a smaller, more effective government, America's role in the world, which is very important, and not just that the world needs us, but we need the world too. And so, you know, I'll spend the next 6 months in this campaign trying to spend that message out and see what they say.
You have some service tomorrow, heading off to Vermont. You were in the Middle East this past April. You've been on CNN a lot talking about the playbook for the Middle East and ISIS. Where are we at right now?
Well, look, we've made some progress. There's no doubt about that. But this has been basically 2 years in the making. This is something that I think we can end quicker. We need to not just probably have a little more American presence. Doesn't have to be 300,000 troops. Nobody's calling for that. But we have to bring our Middle Eastern allies together. This is where, when you hear rhetoric about banning all Muslims, for instance, a lot of folks don't realize that Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates just dealt the largest blow to al-Qaeda in Yemen that's ever been dealt to them. That's work that Americans don't have to do now. So moderate Muslim allies can play a very important role in this. So probably a little more military action, of course, but it's going to take us using our unique ability to bring people together to defeat this cancer that's growing.
What will the next president need to do to continue doing or change what's doing to defeat ISIS?
Well, look, airstrikes are important. Bringing our allies together are important. I think having a post-game plan for Assad. Assad is really the incubator of ISIS in Syria. That's going to be important. There's probably going to need to be more troops on the ground that stiffen the spine of the indigenous Iraqi military, of the Kurds and things along that line. And they're really good at it. I mean, the military is very well trained to do what we do. We're reminded, we hear somebody was wounded the other day. This is a dangerous mission, but we're really good at it. It's going to take that, and it's going to take building an alliance.
Congressman, this isn't in your bailiwick. You're not in Springfield, but you represent the state of Illinois.
I still watch.
There you go. And last night, once again, midnight passed. No budget. You've seen the headlines. You've seen the beyond bickering. Now it's, you know, spear throwing and fighting, basically. It can't look good for Illinois as you sit in Washington.
No, it's embarrassing, and you know, beyond that, I think Springfield makes D.C. look highly functional and successful. You know, look, both sides obviously are going to have to come together. At the end of the day, though, the guy that's been in politics longer than I've been alive, Michael Madigan, has got to make some concessions. I think the governor has said he's willing to come to the table on things that are anathema to Republicans. But Michael Madigan has to do the same thing. This is going to take both sides working together, and unfortunately it seems to be there are folks that are way too interested in the next election instead of the next generation.
All right. Appreciate you coming in, and be careful because you're off to Vermont tonight.
I am, yeah.
What kind of service are you going to do?
I'm going to go fly airplanes for the Guard.
Oh.
It's the best thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
You
Thanks for paying
4 days,
taxes so I can fly the planes. It's fun.
All right.
Thank you, Congressman, for joining us. We appreciate it. Best of luck.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And let's move.